A beautiful panning view over Salt Lake City, Utah, the capital city of Utah, shining under the night sky. We're going to bring you an interconference matchup in this one as the Cavaliers come from Cleveland to play this one. Buckle yourself. Back in for Gobert. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to the Kings.
And nothing to be ashamed about in that game. It was a great effort, I thought, all around. They just needed to have one or two breaks go their way.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, both teams I thought played well enough to win the ball game, and yet it doesn't work out that way. There are no ties, so unfortunately they were the ones who came up short.
So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Cowan in at the 5. Burke dishes to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. And Hayward gets it to go.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Cavaliers leading. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. It seems like he's been around forever.
Clock at 6. Irving kicks to Love. Rebound, Utah. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with a win.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, the reserves, the guys coming off the bench, Greg, made their presence felt. And, of course, with their big lead, they were able to give the bench a lot of run.
And the basket good.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
Yes, Kevin, he said their focus has to be on the defensive end of the floor, going up against a team that's so crafty offensively. He said we can't have that many lapses because they will take advantage. Guys, we'll see how they do. Back to you.
And Doris, thank you so much. And guys, how do you view coach's strategy in terms of limiting those shooters?
Well, I think he knows how dangerous they can be if they get hot. So it's a sound approach. Defensively, though, they have to stick like glue to those guys.
That's absolutely essential. I mean, preventing high-quality shots has to be the highest priority, an absolute must.
Now the pass to Favors. Left side, Jordan. Shoots from the baseline, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Burks the pass to Jordan. Knocks it loose. Shumpert with the steal. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the shot is good.
And they're beginning to just...
Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gobert, he's checked in for Withy. Jordan comes in for Trevor Booker. Burks, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Burke in for Exum. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Rudy Gobert is out there with Jordan. And it's Hood in at the 3. That's the group right now for Utah. Love can't hit.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Pass to Burke. Back to Jordan. Jordan can't get that one to fall.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Smith. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Jazz trail by 9. Now here's Burke. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Sacramento.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Outside Irving. He's looking for Love and finds him. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Here's Jordan. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And now we've got a moment to see how the Jazz are doing ranking-wise, Kevin. Third in field goal percentage, third in opponent field goal percentage. And they kept the lid on opposing teams' overall offense as well. They're in the top 10 in opponent scoring.
And let's give them some credit for that outstanding shooting percentage as well. I mean, they're working hard to take the smart shots, not just the first shot that presents itself. And I think that's really paying off.
The Jazz making a switch here. Favors is checked in. Irving dishes to Love. They set the screen. A drive by Shumpert. Jordan with the rebound. Jazz trail by 8. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Jordan kicks to Burks. Burks off a pick from Jordan. Dishes it to Burke. Pass to Jordan. Leans inside. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got 3 assists tonight.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is the
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what...
Unless it has a good shot or a great shot.
And so we conclude.
Let the
Hi,
game come
Kevin.
to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big Jordan, he's checked in for Utah. Rodney Hood comes in for Burks. Smith checked in for Cleveland. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Irving. And it's Cowan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Jordan against Love. From downtown. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
Here's Burke. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Burke's got 6.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Irving kicks to Love. And stolen by Jordan. Ahead. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Love right side. 14 feet away. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Love's got 4 points this quarter. Jazz trail by 13.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Burke, the pass to Jordan. That doesn't go either for Jordan.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
1:44 left in the third quarter. Outside Jordan, a three ball. Jordan with another miss.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Left side Irving. On the wing, James. Love wide open. He fires. His three-pointers off the mark. Jazz have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And that one's good by Favors.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
54 seconds left to play in the third. They get it again. Cowan. Great D that time from Favors.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
The shot's good from Smith.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Favors attacking. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. 6 points for Derek Favors.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
From 12 feet out. No good.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And he drains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.